That smell, cardamom and cloves, and something warm rising off the tumbler, curling up into a cold morning air. That first sip, sweet, spiced, a little burnt sugar at the edge, hot enough that you have to sip it slowly. That's the smell of 100 mornings that you don't even remember, but your body does. Today, Amma is making that exact cup from scratch. The powder, the brew, every secret behind it, kept for 40 years, nothing held back.
Namaskara everyone. Welcome back to Deepaks Kitchen. Today, Amma's complete masala powder and the perfect way to brew it. Every secret, every ratio, start to finish. Let's begin.
New video every Tuesday and Friday. Come, let's cook.
Here's everything you need. Take a screenshot if you want. Weigh everything first. A kitchen scale and every spice weighed out before we begin. Here I've taken a pan. Here you can see I've taken 25 grams of fresh fragrant green cardamom, that's elaki. Keep this in the pan. 20 grams of fennel seeds, that's sompa. Let's put this into the pan. Both go into the same bowl, but not the pan, not yet. There is a reason and I'll explain it shortly. 25 cloves or 5 grams of it. 3 inches of cinnamon stick broken into smaller pieces. A teaspoon or 5 grams of black peppercorns. Half a piece of nutmeg. 3 to 4 strands of mace, that's javitri. 4 pots of black cardamom or card elaki. Only the seeds here, not the husk. Crush these gently with a mortar and pestle, just enough to separate the seeds from the husk. Only the seeds go into the pan. Why cardamom and fennel wait? Here's the reason: green cardamom and fennel stay in the separate bowl. We are not roasting everything in this recipe.
Cardamom and fennel carry very delicate, volatile aromas. Put them near heat and that aroma is the first thing you lose. So instead, we're going to gently toast the other spices
on the lowest flame, just enough to warm them, not to roast them. Warming releases the essential oils, roasting destroys them. That difference is everything. The fresh ginger decision. Here on my left, powdered dried ginger. On my right, fresh ginger.
You might wonder why dry ginger never makes it into Amma's powder. Here's why. Fresh ginger carries a punch, a brightness dry ginger simply cannot match. And in powder form, you can't adjust how much ginger you actually want, cup to cup. So in this recipe, ginger doesn't go into the powder at all. Instead, fresh crushed ginger goes directly into the water while brewing, which means every single cup gets exactly the ginger strength you choose. If you'd still prefer dry ginger in the powder, 2 tablespoons right here is where it goes. Completely your choice. We're going with fresh.
Lowest flame your stove has. Toasting on the lowest flame. These spices go in 1 to 2 minutes, no more. Watch closely. There should be no color change at all, just warmth. See anything browning and you've gone too far. After 2 minutes, take them off onto your plate. And now, this is where the fennel, cardamom finally joins them. And one more thing worth knowing, before we cool and grind this same masala can be adjusted by season. In summers, increase the fennel seeds and the cardamom. These carry a cooling effect as Ayurveda describes it. In winter, increase the peppercorn, cloves and fresh ginger. These carry a warming effect and traditionally they are believed to help during cold seasons. This isn't a medical advice, it's a principle passed down for generations and you are welcome to adjust it to your own preference. This exact ratio is something almost no one explains this clearly, but you know Amma, she reveals everything and she wants everyone to be well. Cool completely, then grind. Let every spice come down to a room temperature. Once completely cool, into the mixer jar and grind to a coarse powder, not fine, coarse powder. Look at this texture. This is exactly what you want. The moment you open the mixie jar lid, your entire kitchen fills with this aroma. My God. Storage and the honest truth. Now add this mixture into an airtight glass container. You'll hear a lot of claims about this masala lasting 6 months, 8 months, even a year. But Amma's honest answer: don't do that. Fresh spices are their absolute best for 4 to 6 weeks. That's it. Maybe up to 2 months max at the outside. After that, it's still safe, but you are already lost the flavor that made this worth making in the first place. Make small batches. It takes only 3 to 4 minutes fresh every single time. It's always better to make fresh than stored. This is the masala Amma held on to 40 years. Now, every secret of this is revealed today.
Before Amma reveals one ingredient genuinely never shown on camera before, quick pause here, subscribe to Deepak's Kitchen, click the bell icon and don't forget to hype the video so this doesn't pass you by. Now, let's brew this tea.
Choosing your tea powder. 3 types of tea powder side by side. Pre-mixed tea with spices already blended. Fine ground tea powder and CTC. The one most Indian households actually reach for. CTC gives you stronger color, stronger body, faster extraction. Exactly what this recipe needs. Any good quality CTC works well here. Tea's own journey to becoming part of Indian life is its own story. Most accounts trace it back to ancient China, and its arrival in India came through British era cultivation. Grown here at scale for the world. Indians at first weren't particularly fond of it, but somehow with milk, with spices, with sweetness, we made it entirely our own. So much so that today, most of what's grown here never leave this country. We drink it ourselves. The milk that decides your chai. Here's something almost nobody explains properly. The fat content in your milk decides the character of your chai. Low fat milk, stronger, more pronounced tea flavor. Full fat milk, creamier, richer, soft on the tea. Amma personally reaches for full fat Nandini Samruddhi milk, which she can get it simply because it's what worked best in her own kitchen over the years. But any good quality full fat milk will serve you well here. Heat this on a separate stove and let the milk come to a full boil because we only add hot milk, never cold. The water and the fresh ginger. Measure it by the same glass. This is very important. 2 cups of water into the pot. Bring this to a full roaring boil. Now remember, no dry ginger in our powder. Here's where the fresh ginger comes in. Just a half an inch crushed, never grated, never chopped. Ginger is strong. Add too much and it overpowers every other spice in the cup. Add this crushed ginger only once the water is fully roaring, never into the cold water. The tea leaf ratio and the bitterness line. 2 teaspoons of good quality tea powder for these 2 cups of water. That's the golden ratio, 1:1. Want stronger? Add half a teaspoon more. But there is a line you cannot cross. 3.5 minutes on a high flame, no longer. Go past this, the tea turns bitter and astringent. Watch the water, it should reduce from 2 cups down to 1. That reduction is where all the color, all the flavors transfers from leaves into your cup. Sugar, the milk ratio, and the secret ingredient no one talks about. Once your decoction has reduced to 1 cup, sugar. Same golden ratio, 1:1. 2 teaspoons for 2 cups. Jaggery works here too if that's your preference. Add 2 teaspoons of sugar now. Mix 30 seconds until it's fully dissolved. Now flame to a complete low. Time for this milk. Add 2 cups of hot milk into the mixture. Hot milk only, never cold.
Never cold, never room temperature. Here's exactly why this matters. Add cold milk and you drop the temperature of the entire pot instantly, which means either a longer cook to recover it or an unevenly extracted cup. Hot milk keeps everything moving forward without interruption.
Increase the flame, keep mixing continuously, lifting the tea with your ladle, letting it fall from a height. This is what builds the froth. And now one thing Amma has genuinely never shown on camera before, a single crystal of sea salt. Just one. Here is the actual reason this works. Salt suppresses how bitter something tastes, while sharpening how sweet and creamy it comes across. You will never taste salt in the tea. What you will taste is a cup that feels rounder, fuller, more balanced than it did a moment ago. Leave this out, the difference is genuinely noticeable. Do try this trick and let me know in the comments. The masala added last. 2 minutes high flame, continuously mixing, letting the milk froth. And now the final step, just a quarter teaspoon of fresh masala powder we made earlier. Want it stronger? Up to 3/4 of a teaspoon, no more. Here is the rule, almost every home cook gets wrong. This masala powder goes in at the very end, not the beginning. Cook it too long and everything we work to preserve boils straight away. 30 seconds on high flame, lifting and pouring from a height one final time. Then flame off. Strain this into your glasses. Look at that color, that texture served here with rusk and coconut cookies. This is Amma's complete masala chai, start to finish. Every secrets revealed, nothing held back. Amma's rules to remember. Before you go, here's everything that makes this masala chai go perfect. 1. Cardamom and fennel, never touch heat. 2. Toast the rest on the lowest flame just until warm, never brown. 3. Fresh ginger in the water, not dry ginger in the powder. 4. Cool completely before grinding, coarse, never fine. 5. Small batches only, 4 to 6 weeks is your real window. 6. 3.5 minutes is your bitterness limit on the tea leaves. 7. Hot milk always, never cold. 8. Masala powder goes in last, 30 seconds, nothing more. And one bonus rule, a single crystal of sea salt right before serving changes everything. Follow these and this comes out exactly right every single time. Try this at home and tell me in the comments how yours turned out.
Amma has close to 60-70 different tea and chai recipes, all from her own kitchen. So which one do you want next? Ginger tea, cutting chai? Comment it below, and whichever tea gets asked for the most, that becomes our next video. New videos every Tuesday and Friday, 11 AM. Subscribe so the next one finds you directly. Until we meet again in the next video, this is Deepak Kshatriya signing off. Jai Hind, Jai Karnataka, Namaskara.